Alright guys, so basically I wanted to do this video to show you the darker side of making money with smartphones and computers. Sometimes you will get into like a phase with your applications and with these websites where it seems like it is never ending, just non-stop, not working out. And, I've noticed like a trend with these applications. When they start to do this, it's usually for between a day to 3 days. And today we're going to talk about some tactics that you can use, for when these applications are not running the way that they're supposed to. We'll talk about some tactics that you can use to get back on track with still being able to make some money. I know a lot of you that are starting out in this business and you have maybe 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe up to 10 devices. A lot of you have learned that, the best case scenario for you is to alternate out between one app to another app. And, just kudos to the people that do that, because they're actually doing the smartest thing that they possibly could. If they're having issues with one app, they switch over to another application. Here in my setup, I do have some issues here and there. If you notice, checkpoints right here, loaded up, it started playing a video, and it shut right back down. These are the kinds of things that you will see sometimes. So one day it will run, and it will run just absolutely perfect. The next day it can run and it just does not want to run at all. And that goes for pretty much every single one of these apps. So let's come over here really quickly. Let's come over here to Perk. My Perk applications. I've noticed this trend with both Perk TV Live, Perk TV. They all seem to do the same exact thing around the same time. When one Perk app is messing up, the other one is messing up. So if you come over here to app trailers, boom, I've got all of these ads that are basically keeping me from earning. So, this video basically is for the person that is starting out. This is an educational video for someone that's starting out making money this way. Just so you know what to expect. You are going to have these times of the month where your earnings are just, they're so bad. But at the same time, I have found what is best for me is to go ahead and wait on these apps and check them versus switching over to another app. There's no telling whether it's going to be 1 day or 3 days. I've never really seen it be very terrible for more than 4 or 5 days at the max. But you do have some days like that. But, you still have the ability to earn, but it's not as good as what it would be, basically in any other scenario. This is a tactics video. If you're having issues with Perk, you can immediately switch those phones over to running something like Ulotto. This is one thing that I'm about to add back into my routine. I could go ahead and, while we're here, talk about my updated routine. That would be a smart thing to do, so I guess I'll go ahead and do that really quick. Right now, since I've switched over, I remember in a previous video I had none of these phones doing anything whatsoever. I am now up to 2 rewardable accounts. I have turned these directly into Ulotto phones over here, and these 3 are also Ulotto phones. Over here, this is all Perk TV. So not really too much has changed with my current setup as far as what I'm doing to make money. Those are like the very, very small differences. I was running Engage Me TV on other tablets as well over here. And I wanted to test out, like, how far could I take Engage Me TV? It was a big question of mine. Can you get away with running more than 3 devices like it's been talked about online? I looked around, all over the internet for an actual, legitimate, verified answer as to what you could make with Engage Me TV. And, there was one comment that was on Reddit that said basically 3 devices, but it was very vague about that 3 device limit. So I tested it out. I ran right here on these tablets, which I'm working towards having a new setup for these tablets as well. I was running Engage Me across all of these tablets, and I eventually got to this point where they sent me a message to the screen of EarnGG over here. They sent me a message which basically said that I had went over the device limit, the 3 device limit. So versus me taking a chance of either being soft banned or banned, I went ahead and stopped what I was doing. It was like the smartest thing I feel like I could have done. Yeah, this video will have like a variety of information for you guys, and I think it should help somebody, especially the person that's thinking the same thing that I was about roughly like a month and a half ago to 2 months ago. Hey, could I run all of these Engage Me websites? Which it's very frustrating to me because I feel like that's exactly how it should be. You should be allowed to run multiple Engage Me TV tablets and all these different websites that have Engage Me TV on them. It's like you put it on all of these websites, and then half of the websites you can barely earn a thing with, the other half you earn a little bit with, and then there's like 1 or 2 decent websites where we can actually earn off of. And if you're gonna make a person choose between 2 different websites, to me that's very, very frustrating. I can only use one website for your whole, across all of these websites, and there's countless websites. I did a video that showed had a massive list of passive websites. That was the majority of that was all Engage Me, and then that didn't even include the websites that you can earn Bitcoin with Engage Me TV. So, and then there was another website that was totally excluded from that. So, oh man. Yeah, basically I'm gonna upload this video. It'll basically be my updated routine video, and I do have a plan here for what I'm going to do with these tablets now. They have what's called Video Lab, and I will eventually put some of them on Swagbucks and run some Encrave is what I've been thinking about. So just so you guys know that my routine, it is changing all the time. It's hard to sit here and say that I have a specific routine for this stuff, because it will alternate out from one thing to another thing. I'm constantly testing something, and that's what I encourage you guys to do. If one thing is not working out for you, don't sit and wait, unless I can understand if you want to wait for your perk apps because they're major payers. Wait and see if they're going to make you a certain amount of money. Like if it's only going to take a day for this stuff to come back and you start earning again, go for it. Just wait a day and keep trying to work to get it back on track with perk. But if you're, for example, checkpoints, which it takes a second to make anything with checkpoints. If those start going bad, you definitely want to try and put them on something else to try and earn. But yeah, if you guys find some useful information out of this video, especially for the person that's starting out, I do want to touch on this topic really quickly. As far as videos that I'm about to put out, I kind of have to. It needs to be said that I'm gonna have to put out some videos over content that people already know the answers to this information, some of this information. Trying to think of the best way to put it. If I put out a video upcoming that's about Earn Honey, I realize that you guys have already heard a million things about the Earn Honey website and ways to earn with that, but these are things that I have to get here on my YouTube channel, especially if I have a new subscriber, someone that's never seen this stuff. This is information that they've never seen. They need to see that. So basically, I'm really working hard to dig up some more information about ways that you can make money that you've maybe never heard of. I could just start pulling websites and applications from the Net Business Rating website that I've mentioned in some of my videos. And that's probably where we'll end up eventually. I'll just follow Net Business Rating, or just different trends for websites that are coming out for you to make some money. But yeah, with that being said, guys, definitely stay tuned in, and I will be back with you for even more content about how you guys can make some money, and basically how you can get your setup straightened out 100% and going well.